How is it going, my Pog champs? How are y'all? Are y'all doing great today? I really hope so. So today let's go over the three, as you can see at the top, the three characters we're getting at the start of 2.1. And it's just gonna be like a quick little description of what they do. I've already read all these. It's going to be a quick description of everything they're good at, maybe some team comps, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how things go. So let's start off with my girl, the Booba Sword herself, probably one of the most hyped up characters right next to Zhongli, except Zhongli didn't have Booba Sword, so he goes a slight tier lower, but you know, he did have that big schlong, so he's like on par at that point. That moves him back up. Now they're challenging for the #1 spot. So Ryden Shogun, basic attacks, blah. She has her E ability, which makes it where it does an AoE whenever she or any of her teammates do an attack. It'll do an AoE electro blast every couple of seconds. I think it's 0.8 seconds. Oh, 0.9 seconds. And the way that this works, let's see, coordinated attacks generated by characters not. Okay, so it does even more damage if it's not her. So the way that this works is you just pop your E and then it's there. It's basically the Traveler's ultimate in her E, which is pretty fat. It also increases elemental burst damage, which we will get back to in a minute. And this is another good part. Or now we're next to the next part. So the way that this works is whenever you get elemental orbs, which is a talent that you get from leveling her up, it's going to be whenever you get elemental orbs, it charges up this little bar you see above his head. It charges that up a little bit by 2. It's called resolve stacks, and it can stack up to 60. And these stacks last 300 seconds, so you should be able to get enough. You should be able to get 60 within that time. And so you want to stack up by getting elemental orbs, and also whenever somebody that isn't Booba Sword, you get a fat amount. I think you get like 10. Let's see. It doesn't really say, but you get like a shit ton. As you can see, you fill up what? That's 1/4. 1, 2. I'm guessing that's a full side. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it fills up about 1/4 ish of it. So what you want to do is, you know, you have the and this you don't have to have the E on this ability for it to be proc. This is just her passive. You know, you don't have to have anything going for him. As you can see, he doesn't have her E procced, or you'd see the I at the top of the ring right up there. So you get elemental orbs, you pop your elemental burst on the other characters, and then you switch back to her and you fucking pop Booba Sword. You go in, look at that. Pop. You go in and you get bonused. First of all, you pop your eye beforehand, make sure that's up, because that increases elemental burst damage, and her ultimate is considered elemental burst damage. All these attacks, that's elemental burst damage that she's doing, even though she summoned a sword and she's hitting him with the sword. So you're gonna want to get those resolve stacks up because it increases her elemental burst damage with her ultimate. Then you have your eye pop that also increases elemental burst damage. Then you run that new electro set, and that also increases elemental burst damage, I think by 70%. And then you basically have a nuke comp in one ability, and that's her ultimate. If the scaling is insane, she's gonna be fucking disgusting. And that's the story and all that. So how I think that people are gonna play this, or how you're normally gonna be playing this character, is also whenever you pop her ult and you use it, it generates energy it generates basically elemental particles or whatever for your other teammates that are off the field while you're using her. So if you're using her, you want to, if you have her in her comp and you're going into battle, I'd say you probably want to pop your ult initially. You go in, you charge everyone's ultimate up. That's if everyone doesn't have ultimate. You charge everyone's ultimate up until they have it. Your ult runs out. You pop the eye. You switch characters. Then you use your skills and you use your abilities and your ultimates on those characters, or elemental bursts on those characters, and you generate those particles, and you get that beam just going all the way up. So the next time that you pop the ult, you pop your eye again, just to get it off cooldown and make sure it's there whenever you pop your ult. And then you pop your ult, and that's how you get maximum damage. That's how I think people are gonna play her as. You can also run like a battery comp like Kazuha, or just somebody that just generates a fuck ton of elemental particles. And also, I'd like to preference back to a past weapon, a past weapon that a lot of y'all probably have, and it's those weapons that give elemental particles whenever you crit. Those are going to be pretty nice with her too. So I have one on Diona. I can pop my shield with Diona, get a shit ton of elemental particles in, charge that up for Booba Sword's ultimate. I probably just call her Ball. Charge that up for Ball's ultimate, get those resolve stacks. Then you also hit them with that bow, you get another wave of elemental particles. And then that's before you even pop her ult on Diona. And Diona gets her ult really fast for me because of those because of how the way I built her. So you pop that ultimate and you probably charged up like probably half of this bar, half of it, or like this point, like 1/5 of it. And so you get like you can get a lot of stacks just with one character if you have that character built correctly for her. So you probably want to have a battery of any type, because she takes any elemental particle, which is going to be nice. You're going to want to battery someone who gets their ultimate fast too. Like I said, Kazuha is going to be really good, even though she literally killed Kazuha's friend. That's the fucking funniest thing ever. They made Kazuha like god tier for her. She's the one who fucking murdered his best friend. In the trailer you even see him fighting Kazuha. That's gonna be fucking hilarious. I'm gonna love that shit. And also she's gonna be good if you have like another DPS to go to, that like D-Luke, that you can also spam the ultimate with for D-Luke. Like D-Luke, you do your one and then you get your ultimate. That's like all of him. You get your ultimate super fast, and he does a shit ton of damage. And her eye is gonna buff your elemental burst damage, and your elemental burst is gonna give her resolve stacks for her elemental burst. And then you have two fucking Goliaths fighting each other in the sky, fighting the minions down below by stepping on them. Anywho, let's move on to the next character. Kojo, Sara. Sara's an easy name. Fucking badass trailer if you haven't seen it. It looks amazing, especially the part where she does like the fan part. That was so clean. They heard how everyone hated the ball, the little ball creature rolling around, and how that didn't match at all. Our last 4-star. I'm fucking shit with names. I'm sorry, guys. Bear with me. But she looking like a bopperoonies. So the way that you're gonna use her, it's gonna be, you have this teleport. Let's go. You have this. Not gonna show it. Okay, you have a teleport ability. Those are basic stats. You have a teleport ability. You pop the teleport. You get a crow feather cover buff on you. Then whenever you aim shot and you hit him with that, crow feather cover lasts for 18 seconds. Whenever you hit an aim shot, it'll drop a little AoE burst thing, and when you pick that up, it's gonna give you a bonus attack bonus, just like not D-Luke, but Fire Sword Boy. Fuck me, Bennett. Okay, you get a buff just like Bennett, where you get a damage buff. This is not considering any of her constellations. She's a 4-star, so sooner or later we're probably gonna get constellations for them, but this isn't considering any constellations or anything like that. You just get a straight up damage buff to start out with, and you can get that on her aim charge shot. After you get her E up, you get an E up, do the aim charge shot, it drops a feather, you go pick it up, and there you got a damage bonus. You get a damage bonus then, and also you get it whenever you're hit with the AoE of her ultimate, and the ultimate splits up into like four directions after it hits an enemy, and it tracks to an enemy, just like any of the other ultimate. Like Chongyun has like you don't even have to aim it, just fucking whoever's closest to you, it'll hit them. So it does that, and then it'll do like a burst in 4 directions away, so it's gonna be somewhat difficult for you to miss all of this. It's gonna be pretty hard for you to miss that damage buff. So you get it's looking like everyone's calling her like Bennett 2.0, Electro Bennett, all that. And some people who looked at the leaks, like Imtashu, he said that the C6 is gonna be insane. I'll take his word for it. I didn't look at any leaks for her. I wouldn't be surprised, but she's gonna be busted. And if you're wailing for Baal, you're gonna get at least one of her, and I feel like that's gonna be enough to keep you satisfied. Now let's move over to Aloy. Now Aloy we're not gonna get it unless you're on PS4, PS5. We're not gonna get it next patch, but we'll get the patch after that. But if you have, a lot of people have like just a PS4 or something laying around that they used to play on before they switched to PC, maybe, or all that, and they might have a friend. You can link your account to a PS4 account you just made, and then have a friend log on just so you can pick it up. Quick stuff like that. Now she's got basic attacks, and then you have this where it's like I need to stop thinking of names. I need to stop referencing characters. It's like fuck me, I just remembered. It's like Klee. So you throw your bomb out. It's a projectile. You throw it out, it hits them, it blows up into a bunch of bombs on the ground that also deal cryo damage. And when you get 4 ticks of that, then it empowers her basic attacks. You can see like the number going up, 3, 4, and then now her basic attacks do cryo damage. So you see it again, that's 1 right when it initially hits, then they pop all the bombs, and then she gets 4, and you get that bonus. You could also force people into hitting them by running someone like Kazuha. Maybe Venti will also work. I don't own Venti. I know Venti doesn't work for Klee. I don't know if they ever fixed that, but I know Kazuha does. Then you can pop like a Kazuha, swirl, go up, down, suck them all in, hit all the fucking bombs, get them all triggered off, and get her powered up. And so she'll do bonus cryo damage. And then we also have her ultimate, which is just you fucking throw it out, you hit it, does this sick animation, and it does like a shit ton of cryo damage, a giant AoE. We're gonna have to see how that scales. I'm sure it's gonna scale fairly well. Anyway, she's free. I mean, how can you hate that? She's free. So that's just an overview of all the characters that we know about right now coming in the start of patch 2.1. So thank you guys for watching. Please leave a like. Please, before I forget, Baal, where is she? Baal. This chick, she does that electro. She does a shit ton of electro damage, and I'm feeling like whenever she comes out, and whenever I get Kujou Sara to go with her, then I'm gonna run an all electro comp, because I think that's gonna actually fucking demolish people. I'm not even fucking joking when I say this. So you get like Kujou Sara, you get that fucking Bennett bonus, you get Ryden Shogun, you get that fucking more tack bonus. You get a shit ton you do electro damage in your ultimate. I forgot to mention that you do a shit ton of electro damage in your ultimate. You can run the Electro Traveler, get that electro debuff, then you can run a Beto, you can get her ultimate going, and holy shit, you get the electro bonus stacked on top of each other. You get that electro debuff going on, you have everyone hitting electro. Then you have Kujou Sara coming in just like Bennett, giving you some more damage buff, and holy shit, it's gonna be fucking insane. Mark my words, I'm gonna see how, when I level everyone up, of course, because we're gonna have to fucking fight the boss in the next area to level these people up, and that's gonna take a hot minute since everything costs 40 fucking resin. But whenever I get everything everything done. Expect a video about me seeing how far I can get in Spiral Abyss with nothing but Electro, and pray to God we don't fight someone that's fucking Electro and immune to it like those fucking Abyss mages. Anywho, thank you guys for watching. Please leave a like. I always fuck that up. Please leave a like, subscribe, comment down below what you're excited for. Whose booba sword are you gonna be fondling tonight? Anywho, I've gone on too far. Johnny.